Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Fitness Focus Freedom Friday. Fitness Focus Freedom Friday is a theme. We do it every Friday, Fitness Focus Freedom Friday, and I like to talk about things we're doing. Couple of things. Fitness. So okay, fitness. I'll lead with you. Went on a couple of mountain bike trips in the last week. Went out to McPherson. Did some stuff out there. Actually took a lot of video footage for one of our new projects. We have a new learning project that we're putting together at the pedalacademy.com, and really looking forward to that because it's a passion piece for me. I get to execute on my e-learning chops and make things happen, right? So that's fitness. Fitness is the mountain biking. Now, I got a new mountain bike for Hayden at the beginning of the month. Guess what? Ordered a mountain bike for me at the end of the month. Maybe I had a little maybe I had a little FOMO. Maybe I had a little fear of missing out, right? The kid got a killer bike. At the end of the day, the used bike that I bought for Hayden is nicer than the new bike I bought for myself. But I got a new bike coming, and so we'll be doing an unboxing for the Pedal Academy, and we'll be making some content for parents to understand the best equipment to get for their kids and get some young butts on seats and get people moving. And of course, endorsing NICA the whole way. NICA is a youth mountain biking organization that I have fallen in love with, I coach for, and all those things. And I want to build this as a piece that helps funnel more and more families and parents into the NICA system. So really stoked about that, which takes us right into focus, right? So fitness and focus. Ooh. There it is. Fitness. I guess the other thing is I just got done mowing the lawn, so I'm sneezing like crazy, and I'm a little sweaty. See, got sweat marks on my shirt. Fitness, focus, freedom, Friday. So fitness, yeah, exercising, doing yard work, getting the yard work done, mountain biking, walking, just doing stuff, man. Getting out of the chair and doing stuff. Fitness, focus. Where is the focus? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I have been battling, and I don't think that this is a mystery to some, but I own an agency. For those that are seeing this for the first time, I own a digital agency. We're in the marketing space. I make killer membership and e-learning platforms for other people, other businesses, other startups, enterprise level e-learning. We do that. Like, let's say you're a corporation with 1,000 lessons teaching technicians in the field how to do things, but you're paying $400,000, $500,000 a year for that learning platform because of the level of learners that you have, because they're charging you a per student license. Mañana No Mas, my company, we overcome all that. We cut that budget way down. Like, you can save 60, 70% going through Mañana No Mas, redoing the platform, having something that's modern, that's attractive, that your learners actually enjoy, that you could put marketing content into, that you could expand your content, your use of the website. We even put a CRM in the back of the website. So that way you have more than just a list of users and emails, right? Now you would have a list of all of your students, your stakeholders, break people into distribution groups, do mass emails, all kinds of stuff. So do we kick ass? Yeah, we kick ass. But that's one thing, right? So fitness focus. So if you're new and you say, wow, Kurt does all that, that's amazing, right? No, when you look at like the Mañana No Mas website, I've been struggling. I've been struggling with the messaging. I've played with the structure multiple times. I've played with the content multiple times. I can sometimes play with our SEO and with our structure, and I can see impressions go up. I can see visits go up. I can see the bounce rate drop a little bit, right? And then I go, okay, we're getting there. We're doing the right thing. And I look at the numbers, and I'm still not seeing people booking meetings. I'm not having, my calendar's not full yet, and our bank account's not full yet. Now, are we surviving? Like, are we paying for the house? Yeah, we're paying for the house. Don't get me wrong, we're paying for the house. But are we reaching our potential, right? And that's where focus comes in. So fitness I handled, focus is next. So focus, are we reaching our potential? The short answer to that is no, right? And I'm sure most of us could look at our businesses as entrepreneurs and go, are we meeting our potential? Like, we're doing great, but are we meeting our potential? And if the answer is no, fix something. Grab something, grab a hold of it and fix it. And so, pardon me. And so what we did was we hired somebody. We hired someone that wasn't even in the United States. Guy reached out, had a great proposal, handled himself well on the call, had some really good ideas, some good strategies, shared information with us before we made a purchase decision. Kind of did the same thing that I do with Mañana No Mas. When I'm talking to an enterprise level learning client, I'll say, look, I realize you might not be doing this work yourself, but these are the types of things that we'll do as Mañana No Mas. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Go through it, right? And some people would say, well, you're giving away the secret sauce. You're telling them exactly what you're going to do, so why would they hire you? They could just do it themselves. They don't want to do it themselves. Just like this guy went through the whole thing. He went through the ABCDs with me, and he said, I'm looking at your website. This is wrong. This is a challenge. This is costing you conversions. Boom, boom, boom. I could have taken notes, and I could have said, well, I'm an agency. Everything this guy just said to do makes sense. I could just go ahead and do that. No. He presented himself well. He was a professional. He gave me a number that I thought was a little high. And you know what? I agreed to pay it. Why? Because he's a professional. So this guy who is offshore, right? That's the killer to me, is a lot of people in America think that whenever they deal with offshore help, they can pay 50 cents to get something done. Look, just because you can buy a Heineken in the Philippines for 75 cents doesn't mean it's okay to pay someone, $50 to do a $1,000 job. So he gave me the number. I said, hey, it's a little higher than I thought it was going to be, but here's the deal. I'm sure that when I quote customers, maybe sometimes they think the number's a little higher than they thought it would be, right? So I know I do kick-ass work, and I'm justified in the rates that I charge. I'm assuming, and this is exactly how I told it to him, I'm assuming you're going to do kick-ass work, and you can justify the number that you picked. So let's do this. Let me give you a shot. I'm going to hire you. I'm going to pay you the rate that you want, and you're going to perform, hopefully, right? You're going to perform, and then we're going to analyze the results. If the results are good, I'll keep using you. I'll plug you into other things. I'll bring you into client work. I mean, I'll do whatever I got to do. But here's the deal. When I'm working on a client's website, for some reason, I can be really courageous. I can be super confident. I can tell people, oh, this is your message. This is who you're selling to. This is your avatar. This is our call to action. Bam, bam, bam. And I feel solid in it. When I'm working on my own projects, I have a little bit of humility that comes into play, right? A little bit of humility, a little bit of pride. That pride makes me pull back a little bit. And I might not put things in print that should be in print. Like, I might not jump into a website that I'm making for myself and say, bomb giggity, we are the best in the world, hire us now. So maybe I need someone else to write that for me and put that in the website. And so we're doing that. That's focus, right? That's focus. Let me talk to you about some other focuses. Foci. Let me tell you about some other foci. That's not the end of it for us. We've got a lot of things going on. We are working with PF University and helping them launch their thing. We've got the Art of Makeup doing their thing. I mention the Art of Makeup a lot. That's because I like her. She's a good client. She's been with us for 3 years. Her student path is growing, and so pretty happy about that. Thinking about some other things moving in, right? I talked about the Pedal Academy, the Powersport Academy. Folks, we are nailing a bunch of things over and over and over again. On top of that, the people that we contract with are also focusing and nailing it hard. Let's take a look at Lifter LMS. They just released 10.0 in the last week. It is kicking ass. WordPress 7.0 came out. Lifter 10.0 came out right behind it. And they got focus mode. They got abandoned cart recovery. Fluent CRM Pro now just added SMS messaging to their CRM tool. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on. So when I say fitness, focus, freedom, Friday, that's where I'm going with this, right? It's like focus. What are your opportunities? I've said for years and years and years, we need to find our opportunities within the obstacles. Now I want to go to the next part of my focus message here, and this one's going to hit a little bit harder, and I'm hoping that you're ready for the message. I'm hoping that you're ready for the message on this one. I am speaking for the school board at the beginning of August. As part of my compensation, they're also giving me a booth at their resource fair to let the teachers know about our upcoming enterprise program, apprentice program, enterprise apprentice program. Sounds weird when you say it that way. Sunflower launch. We're going to do some in-person apprenticing of people that want to start their own successful agencies. Now, let me get right to the point. All right, Mañana No Mas is an agency. I consider us to be a successful agency. We're buying a house. Like, we're paying for all this crap, right? So obviously we're making revenue. I am looking at, and I almost feel like I want to cheat and look at the other screen, but I am looking at, I mean, Governor Newsom just did a podcast with Yang, and Yang's talking, oh, I could turn, he's talking about how he's talking to other CEOs, and they're talking about laying off 15% this year, 20% over the next 2 years, and then 20% after that. There are companies that aren't doing junior developers anymore because AI can replace a lot of that work that they were doing. And we're seeing layoffs like crazy. Take a look at Stellar WP. I mean, they basically shut down, moved all their websites over to their parent company. We got to get real, folks. We have to have a real conversation about what's going on. We told these kids, and I'm 58, and so I'm talking about kids that are like 20, right? We told these kids, go to school, get a good education, get a great job, blah, blah, blah. They come out of school, and they really don't know how to generate revenue. They might know how to fill out a job application. Some of them take their parents to job interviews. That's a new thing. I don't know. Someone shows up with a mom to a job interview with me, chances are I'm not going to hire them. But here's the deal. Mañana No Mas saw this coming 2 years ago. And I started talking about the WP Agency Academy almost 2 years ago. So when I was talking to Matt Medeiros about the WP Agency Academy and about the course we were building, the course is to teach people how to start their own successful digital agency. And it's like, these are the tools, right? So this is the mentality to do it. These are the tools on how to build it. This is how to overcome objections. This is how to make a proposal. This is how, like, we're talking about how to run a business. Schools show you, say, like, here's how you code. Here's how a keyboard works. Here's how software gets loaded. But they don't say, here's how you land a client. Here's how you convert a $500 budget client into a $5,000 budget client. Here's how you overcome objections in a meeting. Here's how you add value to people without insulting them. Like, they haven't taught young people how to do this. And I think about my agency launch. I think about how many $500 websites I built before somebody told me that's stupid. Right? Here I am, like, I got a whole collection of $500 customers. And I think my business is growing because I've got more and more people coming to me that want $500 websites. And I'm working till 3 o'clock in the morning to meet some imaginary deadline to help some dude sell salsa. Like, I think back to that and I go, nobody had some solid advice for me. There was no source of information that said, hey, if you want to grow an agency, if you need to work for yourself, here's how you get started. Here's how you get started. Here's how you grow quickly. Here's how you build some authority within the space. Nobody had these words, and so we did it. So Mañana No Mas built the WP Agency Academy. It's open now. You could go to WPAgencyAcademy.com, WPAgencyAcademy.com. You could go to it now. There's a 46-lesson course in there waiting for people to sign in and take it. You could call this a launch. I've talked about it for a couple of years, but this 2026 is our launch year. Now, WP Agency Academy, that's national. Anybody, anywhere can take it. It's virtual, right? Boom, sign in, take it. There's going to be some live sessions. There's going to be some homework review. There's going to be a certification at the end. I want you to take the course and feel like, wow, like I was interested in building websites before, and I kind of knew how to build websites, but now I know how to build websites and run a business doing it. That's completely different. Now, people that take the academy, what's in it for you? Here's what's in it for you. A, you get the association with me. That's fantastic. B, software, right? There's 70,000 plus plugins in the WordPress repository. If you're new to WordPress and you sign into the repository and you're building websites, What are you going to put in your website? How are you going to determine what tools you want to use? How are you going to add value to clients when you don't even know which tools are the best tools to use? Which ones are the most resilient? Which ones are the most resourceful? Which ones have the best results? Which ones have the least bloated code to go into your website? These are all things to think about, and these are all things that we cover in the WP Agency Academy. So, when you graduate the WP Agency Academy, I'm still working on the hosting package. My goal is to give everybody a year of free agency hosting. That's my goal. I'm still working on that. But what I have done is I have gotten a small handful of top shelf plugin companies to go, I'm in. In for a dollar, in for a pound, bruh. Like, I will give somebody a year's worth of our best bundle for free, right? So you want to build an LMS? Here you go. You need a CRM? Here you go. You need a form tool? Here you go. You've got access to it for a year. Go out, get your clients, build your products, collect your revenue, do all that without having to capitalize your startup, right? What I'm trying to do is give people the ability to say, I got the education, I got the certification, I got the confidence now. Let me go get some clients. And I don't have to go broke buying software to get my first client. I can get my client, and I already have the software. I'll build them a kick-ass website. I'll put a shopping cart in there. I'll put a CRM in there. I can put online courses in there. And I can create a premium experience for my customers while creating respectable revenue for myself as a startup. Instead of saying, oh, build your website for $500, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to come to the table and enter the market in that way in this economy. It's crazy. And so I'm looking at posts like I see today on LinkedIn where companies are laying people off, nobody's hiring, kids are getting out of school, they've got their crazy certificate in, I don't know, CC+, C++, AS400, who knows what they're getting their certificates in. But can they go make a living? Can they get a job? Can they get hired? Can they afford to live in the markets that are still hiring? That's a big question. Now, what did I do? I was trying to survive in California running my agency, and the economy in California was killing us. Every time we took 2 steps forward, we took 3 steps back. We just kept going backwards when we lived in California. So what did we do? We moved to Kansas. Cheaper cost of living, better quality of life, kept the same revenue. We're living great. We're paying for a house. My wife's driving a newer car. Things are picking up. And that's what I want to share with people. I want to say, hey, let's be strategic. Take that nugget of yours, and instead of renting it out to somebody for a pittance, instead of renting it out to somebody that doesn't value you, instead of renting it out to somebody that's going to lay you off in 18 months, build your own thing. There is so much work out there. Everybody's saying that AI is taking all of our jobs. AI is going to shut down the agency. AI is going to take... AI ain't doing that. Let me tell you what AI is doing. AI, at the level it's at right now, is creating confusion at the client and customer level. That's all it's doing, is creating confusion at the customer and client level. Customers at this point, in the frenzy, are reaching out to agencies like Manana No Mas, and they're saying, I see all this stuff. I don't know what to make of it. I just need a website to run my business. I just need a website that tells people I mow lawns. I just need a website that advertises my coffee shop. I just need a website that runs my coaching community and allows people to communicate within that website for my coaching community. I just need a website that does my online course for dog training. Like, whatever that is. People just want that. They don't want to be AI experts. They're focused. Fitness, Focus, Freedom, Friday. They're focused. They train dogs. They make coffee. They mow lawns. They don't want anything to do with what you want to do. So do this. Start your own agency. Tell them, I can build that for you. You know, a startup website in today's marketplace is $2,500 to $5,000. Not $500. $2,500 to $5,000. I'll host it for the year. I'll build it for you. We'll make some changes. I'll take care of the plugin maintenance for you over the next year. And at the end of the year, we can circle the wagons and have another chat. You can do whatever you want to do. Have that conversation however you want to have that conversation. But learn how to run your agency efficiently from the get-go. Don't suffer the same mistakes I had to go through. You know, all that free work, all those hours, all that software I paid for, didn't charge people for. Like, I suffered a lot of expenses and lost time building my agency so that I could figure out how to do it right. And now I know how to do it right. Right now I'm 58 years old, and now I finally get it. Like, oh, I get it. I know how to do this now. So what do I want to do? I want to pay it forward. I want to give this content to people behind me and say, this is going to get you where you need to go. Now, obviously, it's not free, right? I'm going to charge money for people to get through the WP Agency Academy. I'm going to charge people to go through the Sunflower Launch. The Sunflower Launches are live in person, basically same structure, but live apprenticeship in person. And yes, people are going to pay to go through. But when they're done paying to go through and they get their certificate and they get their hosting package and they have access to all this software, they're going to be able to go out and market themselves without a capitalized investment to make there. And they're going to be 3 steps ahead of everyone else that got out of school when they got out of school. That's part of the fitness, the focus, and the freedom. We're talking about freedom. Freedom is, it's Friday afternoon, I just got done mowing the lawn. Other people are locked into a cubicle. When I was mowing the lawn, I had an adult beverage and a cigar. I was having a good time, playing with the dog. Like, freedom, that's what you can do. Now, I also have the freedom to work at 10 o'clock or midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning when my family is sleeping, right? So there's the freedom that goes both ways, right? When I worked for Suzuki, it was a corporate job. I worked from 8 to 5. 8 to 5 with an hour lunch, right? Every day, 8 to 5, cubicle, boom. Ran a team of people, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Ran a team of people, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. If I had a really good idea at midnight, I wasn't getting paid to work on it. If I had a really good idea that woke me up at 3 in the morning, I wasn't getting paid to work on it. I got paid from 8 to 5 to sit in a cubicle. Sometimes I wasn't all that productive, 8 to 5 sitting in a cubicle. Company still paid it. They didn't get the return on investment there, did they? No, because I was lazy. I didn't feel productive. I wasn't energized at 2 o'clock in the afternoon after a hearty lunch. Freedom is when you can work at your most productive times and create the most amount of revenue for the work that you do. Oh, folks, I tell you what, I don't know. I didn't intend to go this hard. I didn't intend to go this hard or this long in this live today. I'm just fired up about it. The WP Agency Academy and the Sunflower Launch are probably the most important things that I'm talking about in 2026 because I know that I'm going to positively affect the lives and the families of hundreds of people. Literally hundreds of people are going to take this content, they're going to leverage this content, and instead of putting out 300 job applications as a junior developer in the IT market in California, they're going to say, why don't I just do this for myself? Why don't I just join the Chamber of Commerce, go and meet 10 business owners at a meetup with the Chamber of Commerce, and out of those 10 people I meet at the Chamber, maybe one of them needs a project done or can refer me for a project to get done. And then I'm going to knock it out of the park. And I'm going to make $2,500 to $5,000 doing it. And then that's going to serve as like a launch pad to get 2 more customers, 3 more customers, 10 more customers. Next thing you know, you got 45 to 50 customers you're managing at a time. You're bringing in $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 a month. Your nut's covered. I'm not telling you how to become an instant millionaire. I'm telling you how to survive in an economy that right now seems poised to not let us survive. And I'm talking about people with digital skills. So, fitness, focus, freedom, Friday. Today's Friday. I want you to have a good time. What am I going to do? I'm going to go mountain biking. That's what I'm going to do. So I already mowed the lawn. I'm done talking to you. I'm caught up on my emails. My customers are super, super happy. We're ahead of schedule. Mañana no más. The themes for Mañana no más. Always on time, always under budget. Always on time, always under budget. We are ahead of schedule on our 3 active projects right now. So what do I need to do? I need to crack a beer and play with the dog. Maybe go mountain biking later. Folks, have a great day. I sure hope that you are blessed. I hope that if you're a person of faith, you've taken a moment, you've connected with the Lord, you've read some scripture. If you have any questions about that stuff, feel free to reach out. I'm open to comments. I'm not here to argue about Christianity and my faith, But if you've got questions, comments, positive thoughts, let's share them. Let's share them. Let's boost each other up. Boost each other up. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.